Hey everybody, White Lightning here, and we're back on Truck Simulator uh, Pro 2, I believe it is, and episode 4. Uh, Went ahead and I already hooked up to our load. We're in Las Vegas, and we're going to be heading all the way down to El Paso today. A little longer than our previous loads. So I went ahead and repaired the truck, fueled the truck, and we're going to get started. I'm going to do a few things, I say a little different. I really haven't set anything in stone the way I've been doing my videos. But, can give y'all a little more of a idea. Uh, let's see. May of last year, so May of 16. Give you a little background information on White Lightning and all of that. On me. Real name's Mike, but being a former truck driver, a old school driver, White Lightning was my handle given to me by a real good close friend of mine who we all called Charger. But anywho, I'll admit, I ran paper logs and I ran a lot harder than I should have. And it's something that's kind of, with everything coming down from Washington and all that, kind of been chewing on my mind. Now, Washington and all the paper pushers and everybody like that is and has passed new regulations demanding e-logs in all the trucks, with a few exceptions. I'm just gonna give you my side real quick. Sorry if I'm rambling on a little bit here, guys. I've drove with e-logs in the past. And I've drove with paper. And as most people say, yeah, I did cheat with paper. I will admit that now. But there's one thing I never did do with paper logs that I was pretty much forced to do with e-logs. Anytime with paper I felt tired or needed a nap or anything like that, I had the ability to pull over, catch me a quick nap, whether it be just a little 10-minute stretch to catch a couple hours sleep, wake up, good to go, write my logbook, and carry on. The company I was with was a great company, and the dispatcher, try not to incriminate nobody because he's still out driving today. The dispatcher was a great guy, and the owner. And then we eventually got big enough where we actually hired a full-time dispatcher. They knew me, they knew the way I drove, they knew the way I handled myself, and knew that if I'm tired, I'm going to pull over, I'm going to get some sleep, I'll wake up, I'll run the load. Yeah, there's a few times I pushed myself a little farther than what I should, but I always done it in a safe manner, if that makes any sense. But when I was with E-Logs, I pretty much had a set in stone time, drive my time up, take my break when it said the computer said I needed to take a break, not when my body or me needed a break. And when my time was up, my time was up. It didn't matter if, you know what, we're going to go ahead and repair this before it gets too bad. It didn't matter if, and when my break, my 11-hour break was up, I was expected to drive. It didn't matter if I was sitting there awake for the last 7 hours trying to either get loaded or unloaded. Well, all they knew was, well, the computer says you've got hours, why are you not running? Well, I've been awake the entire time trying to get my truck unloaded or unloading my truck. And I just hit the wrong button. I need a nap. Well, the load you don't have time for that because the computer, because if you take a nap now, well, then you'll be running behind and you won't be able to make you'll be running behind and you won't be able to make your delivery on time. Oh, okay. So I'd buck up, catch whatever time I had left of my 11-hour break, be it an hour or 2 or 30 minutes. Try to catch a little bit of a nap, get up, run again. For my entire 10 hours of driving or what have you, or until I had to take that 30-minute break, and that was mandatory that I take. And then at the end of that 30 minutes, I was expected to get back in the truck or get back in the seat and drive. No leadway, no nothing. I'd be no matter what happened. I've had to shut down because my computer said I was out of hours. I think the worst one, I was about maybe 30 minutes from the house. But computer said I was out of hours. I had to shut the truck down right then and there, park it. And I could what I'd done was called my wife, told her, hey, here's where I'm parked. Come pick me up. I'd come home for the weekend, leave the truck sitting there, and then when I was going to come back out on the road, I'd go back to the truck and start all over again. Now you think, okay, well, that's good, you had to do that. Well, I'm 30 minutes from the house, and I'm going to have to wait either 10 hours, or if I was already out on my 34 hours before I could come home? I don't think so. Or let's say, because this happened to me before, I had to be sitting in court at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Well, the place I was unloading held me up. Well, now I can't make it home because now I don't have the hours because I had to drive an hour to go get down the road to go get unloaded. Sit there, wait until that 14-hour clock ran out. Now I'm shut down because I don't have the hours on my clock. that I'm 3 hours from the courthouse, and it's now like 11 o'clock at night, I think it was. No, I gotta wait 10 hours before I can, or yeah, 10 hours, right? Yeah, 10 hours. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've been out of the truck. Wait 10 hours before I can get up and drive to the courthouse, which, oh, by the way, I'll be late for because I'm still 3 hours away by truck to get to the courthouse. And at that court hearing, if I wasn't there, I would end up in jail for anywhere from 30 days to a year. Yeah, guess what? I picked up the phone, I called somebody, hey, come pick me up, I'll drive, you'll just come up here, I know it's late. Luckily, my little brother got in his car and came up, got me, I drove home, he slept on the way home. Went to spend the night with him. In the morning, he woke me up, took me up to the courthouse, and then afterwards, I caught a ride with another buddy, which I think it was my mom, took me back up to the truck, and then I continued on my way. Because, you know, yeah, I was a truck driver. But at the same time, I also have a life outside of the truck. I have a family. I got 4 kids. Now 1 on the way. Granted, timing ain't the best with everything going on, and I'll get to that later. But things happen, and you know. So hey, I'll take it. So, but yeah, it's one of the things that just kind of gets under my skin, because somebody that's never even seen a truck other than to think, well, they're in the way, and well, this study says you're safer if you do this. Well, you know what? That study wasn't done about me. It was done out of a vast, and I think the study they're basing it on was fabricated, and there is proof of that, because the actual numbers from the studies that they done, that a third party done, proved that what they were doing was wrong. It was less safe, less effective, and made it more dangerous on the road. But what do I know? I'm just a truck driver. You know, I'm just one that spent 4 years of my life driving and came out of the cab for my family. Or came out of the truck for my family, but you know, I don't know what I need. But you that's never stepped foot in a truck knows exactly what I need to do to be safe in my job. No thanks, I'm not buying it. And that's one reason why I came out of the truck. You know, that was actually one of the biggest reasons I came out of the truck, or I was trying to get out of the truck. The biggest reason I did come out of the truck was May of last year. My father-in-law, who just having a bad go at life medically at that time. Me and my wife had talked about it and agreed that, you know what, I'm not home, but maybe a weekend, if we're lucky 2 in a month. He helps raise the kids anyway. It helps keep him going. Yeah, go for it. So after we got married, we got married. I moved over to North Georgia with her. And about a year after we done that, we ended up letting the place where we rented go and moved in with him. So, one, he could help with the kids. We didn't need the townhouse we were renting. We could save more money with him, although we paid the rent and paid everything and all that jazz. And done all that. Well, May of last year, 2016, wife told me, look, I can't handle this anymore. I can't raise the kids, work, and take care of Dad. Okay. I said, do you want to quit? Because when we got married, I told her, I said, look, you can work if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. And so I asked her, I said, do you want to quit your job and stay home all the time? She said, no. Okay, fair enough. So I turned my 2 weeks notice in and told the big man, hey, look, I said, I'll be honest with you, you're the best boss I've ever worked for and still is. And I said, look, father-in-law's having open heart surgery. I said, depending on the outcome of it, I may not be coming back whenever I go home. He said, okay. And I was driving for a owner-op at the time. Meaning somebody else owned the truck I was driving. Granted, everybody treated me like an owner-op, and I took care of the truck like it was my truck. I done repairs on it for last year of it. I done my own oil changes. I done probably 90% of the maintenance on it with me and Charger. He was our mechanic. And he told me flat out, he said, look, Mike, you're the best driver I got. I don't want to lose you. I've been in that same position with the whole family thing. You do what you need to do. But if you want to still drive, you take all the time off you need. You take the truck home with you, no matter what you decide. And if you want to continue coming out and drive, ooh, car, I need that thing. I'll make you a deal. And this is one deal I ain't gonna make with anybody else. And he probably doesn't like me saying this now. But as y'all know, I turned down the deal. He said, look, I'll let you take over payments of the truck. I know you like that truck. I know you took care of that truck. You made it your own. Which, from what I understood, about $20,000 or so was all that was left to pay the truck off. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And knowing me, knowing the way I ran, knowing the runs I ran, I could have went from making, I think I made, well, on average, we'll say, I could have been making around 6 figures every year. And I turned it down. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna give y'all a bonus. We're gonna take another run this trip, or this video. How long have we been going though? 20 minutes? Yeah, we'll do another one. And I turned him down. Looking back, have a 2-year-old Peterbilt paid off in around a year. That would have been mine. Whoa, that did not work out. Plus making money, have more home time. Better deal all the way around for the family. Or take the option I did. We came off the road. And my hat's still off to you guys that are still out there driving. I hope y'all are still enjoying it. I hope you still have fun. And I will admit, as any driver will tell you, not one of these new school, oh, it's just a job thing. I mean a true truck driver. Once it gets in your blood, it is one of the hardest things to ever quit. I've been home now for over a year. Let's see what kind of jobs we got. There's not a day that goes by that I don't miss being out there. Ooh, excuse me. You know what? We're going to go rest, see what the jobs look like afterwards. And it's a curse. I'll admit it. Because I don't look things normal anymore, and it's taken just now to where I drive what we all call four-wheelers, a normal car, normal again. It's something that gets in your blood and you can't get it out of you. But with that being said, knowing now what I know, I'm glad I came home, because now I have a health condition that we're still not 100% sure what's going on with me. And I'm not trying to get no sob stories, none of that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I enjoy gaming, and I know I can't be the only one with how many people watch and stream and everything else on YouTube. But right now, well, January 18th, basically, now I will mind you, yeah, I look a lot older than what I am. Act and talk most of the time older than what I am. But I'm 29 years old. And January 18th, I was taken by ambulance to our local hospital. Basically, as we're still trying to figure out what's causing it, all of your classic signs of a stroke. Whoa, wrong gear. Weakness in the right arm. The one thing that that's throwing everybody off is I developed a horrible stutter. I've never once stuttered in my life till then. And yeah, I can do a stutter like most people can. I was to the point of basically every syllable. I was stuttering trying to get a syllable out. Now let's see what we got. Boy, that made it worse. Let's go to LA. Is there anything interesting out of Albuquerque? Phoenix? That's 40,000. What was our good paying one here? 42? Well, let's go to LA. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, get the boo-hoo things. I just want to get this out there. I was in the hospital for 3 days at a stroke center. MRIs, CT scans, everything came back normal. Okay. Well, we don't know what it is. We think you just had a panic attack or something like that. Follow up with a psychiatrist. Sure, okay. Never had any kind of panic or anxiety attacks before. Why does it start now? Kind of raised a red flag to me. Never had stuttering before now. So I wasn't real sure where they were coming with all this, but you know, okay, I'm 29. Most people my generation's one of those gimme, gimme, gimme. You know, it's me. I need all the attention. You know, that may have some reason for their diagnosis. I don't know. I hope not. But, yeah. So, that was a Wednesday. Got out of the hospital Friday, Saturday, something like that. And I know what a lot of people think. That age, that, and the symptoms align. Oh, he's doing drugs, and he was a truck driver. Oh, there it goes. Maybe. Hang on, guys. Be right back. Alright. I don't know what was going on. The game started stuttering there for a sec. But, like I was saying, you know, I was a truck driver, ran crazy hours, stayed awake a long time. It's just the way my body is. It's got to be a bad dose of drugs or something. I'll put my hand on the Bible right now, and I got tox reports to show. No drugs. I've only ever done one drug, and that was marijuana. And never while I was on the road. So say what you will about me, say what you want. You know, all paper loggers are druggies and all this, and you know, yeah, there's some out there. I know quite a few. But you know what? Hey, you do your thing, I'll do mine. The way I look at it. Well, they've been doing it for years. Well, are we froze again? Alright guys, I'm going to restart the game. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Restarted the game. Hopefully it'll work a little better. But, anyway, I'm trying to think where I was. But yeah. So, you know, dealt with that. And, Went back to work next Monday. And with full doctor's release. Oh, let's get some lights on. Not the wall, lights. And had a little weakness in my right arm. And I worked around it, like most of us do. And continued to work. All the way up to St. Patty's Day. And went to work that Friday. And everything was fine. Took my wife out to eat. And basically, for lack of a better term, got a headache that didn't hurt while we were just finishing our meal. And so I went to the hospital again. This time got with a doc, told him, hey look, this second one I've had, first one is January. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Time I tried to check in, they brought a wheelchair out to me, and first I refused. Stood me up on the scale to get my weight. And as I came down, I pretty much collapsed into the wheelchair because my right leg wouldn't work no more. And had, again, all the signs of a stroke. A little bit of a stutter, nothing major. I pretty much worked all that out. And pretty much had worked, wrong button, all that, the stuttering out. And got back to talking normal, but when I walked in there, I slurred speech. Apparently my face was drooped a little, and couldn't use my right arm at all. And when I came off that scale, I pretty much couldn't use my right leg at all. And they ran a bunch of tests and all that. And there's a wonderful drug out called TPA. The thing about TPA, if you're having a stroke, it's a miracle drug. Most cases, not all, but most cases, if you can get somewhere and you get that within the first 3 hours of having a stroke, it reverses a lot of the damage. Basically, it's a very high powered clot buster and blood thinner all in one. There's a very high chance that if you get a cut, you can bleed out. You have to be monitored for 24 hours. And when I say monitored, I mean I was in ICU for 24 hours with getting my blood pressure checked every 15 minutes. And every hour, they do another stroke assessment. Can you move your arm? Can you do this? Can you do that? Comparing my right side, which is my weak side, with my left side, my strong side, my normal side. What's the difference? Is it any improvement? Is it worse? Is it better? Is it the same? All of it. And I'm still working with that neurologist, and great guy. Like I said, that was St. Patty's Day, March 17th. Since then, I've had 5 of these attacks. Everyone's a little different, mainly the same. Mainly my right arm. And right now, what we got going on here? I have very little use of my pinky and ring finger on my right hand. Okay, so we're getting off here. Okay. And my right leg's come back somewhat. I have a hard time. Oh, it's not 2 ounces. Never mind. Yeah, bonsai! Some days I'm great. For me. Some days, everything below my knee on my right side feels like it's a fake leg. Now, I was a truck driver. I sat on my butt and drove. But, as any driver will tell you, it's a very demanding job, both physically and mentally. And when I came home, I went to work at a plant, which I was highly physical. As in, I lost 20 pounds in about 6 months. And gained about 5 more pounds of muscle. And it's amazing what heat and I was a shot blaster, and I shoveled a couple thousand pounds of shot every day and then blasted it back out. It's amazing what that'll do to you in 100-degree heat. But anyway, it wasn't because I was overweight. It wasn't because I was, they don't know what's caused it. They don't know what it is. We don't know. And so yeah, I'm basically, and the reason why you see everything the same is, I'll be honest with you. I'm sitting in my bed right now playing on my phone, talking to y'all. And for the first time in my life, and I was raised the old way, the man of the family makes the money and all that. It has been an extremely humbling experience. Be it that the 2 kids I have that stay with me full time, I have a hard time picking them up some days. I can't carry them. I can't roughhouse around with them. I can't chase them. I can't run. I can push them on the swing and that's about it. Or I can chase them around as I walk with a cane now. Yeah, 29 years old, I have to use a cane to get around most of the time. But, it's one of those eye-openers that, I've always been go, 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 go. I gotta go. I gotta get it done. I gotta, chase the dollar. I gotta provide for my family. And since St. Patty's Day, I've basically brought home a big fat goose egg for a paycheck. Thank God I've got the wife I do, and I'm extremely lucky. I got one that's, not only did she put up with me being gone all the time, which, let's face it, I just love the physics in this game. But when I came home, that was a big adjustment. We've been married 4 years now. And I've only spent the last year with her home every day. And as anybody will tell you, boy, that was an eye-opener. That took a lot of getting used to. I had my own routine when I was in the truck. I pretty much done whatever I wanted. Except for running around on her. I never did do that. Knowing her, I'll bet my bottom dollar she never did either. It was great. We were both very independent people that loved each other, cared about each other, and still do. But at the same time, we were there. We were a phone call away. And every once in a while, I got visitation where I got to come home. Basically, the way we looked at it. But, that's a different story. Thankfully, she's got a great job with our local hospital and has insurance. Really good insurance now. That's been a blessing to where I can get a lot of the help I can get, where if I didn't have insurance, I wouldn't be able to get. And it's really helped. Plus I've got a lot of access that most people don't have by ER doctors and all that, and the doctors that work with her and know me and the staff there, and we're all kind of scratching our heads trying to figure this all out. But when it comes to having something most people don't know, especially when you don't know what it is, we know what's not from tests. We know it's not. We know it's not a stroke. We know it's not a blood clot. Don't think it's cholesterol related. Granted, eating truck stop food for 4 years, it ain't the greatest out there. By no stretch of the imagination. Whoa! That was weird. I got high cholesterol, a little high, but it's coming back down. We know it's not ALS or leukemia or Bell's palsy or the more common stuff. And I feel like a pincushion a lot of times because I've had just about every kind of test you can have run on me. I've had everything from your normal CAT scans to MRIs, and I will tell you, and I know I'm an oddball, if anybody's ever had an MRI, they'll tell you they are extremely noisy and shaky and all that lovely stuff. Out of all the MRIs, I've done the same thing. I get in that little tube, get all strapped down, and I go to sleep. Don't ask me why, I just do. But it works out great. Where are we parking this? Oh, lovely, round back. Okay. Probably going to regret this, but we're going to try doing it this way. Can you see it? Oh yeah, we got this. And, well, at least if I was in a real rig, I know I'd have this. MRIs, I've had EEG, which is where they hook a bunch of wires up to your head and measure the electrical signals bouncing around up there and all that. Ooh, wrong way. All that looks good. Had EMGs where basically they shock the crap out of your arm, on my arm and my leg. Well, there's no nerve damage that they can tell. Everything's getting the right signals. I've had Mike, come on now, you're better than this. And as Trucker Brad says, some of these lovely, what is it? Those legendary backing skills. That's what this is. Boy, I'm all over the place. But, yeah, it's frustrating. So, since all this has happened, I've been out of work. We don't know what it is. Still trying to figure it out. And guys, I'm not trying to take the easy route out when I tell you this. But, I filed for disability. Basically, out of the 3 jobs I've tried to get, including going back to my work, till we know what it is and know that, hey, I'm not going to have any more of these, they kindly asked me not to come back to work. Now, grant, if we can figure out what this is, and I've got low odds of this ever happening again, hey, not a bad payday. Late? Okay. Hey, did we happen to level up? We did. Basically, I've got a job and I've got a spot. Let's do oversize. Why not? That I can come back to work once we figure all that out. And I'll have a job as soon as I can. And we're not going to do another load today, guys. I'm just going to go repair the truck and top the tank off. And, but yeah, so never having helped anybody or filed for anything like this before, I can tell you, it is a royal, I gotta keep this PG, it is a royal pain in the behind to try to get disability. Now granted, with it being what it is, or whatever it is, and us not knowing, they're fighting it hard, I'm sure of it. But in the meantime, I still gotta figure out how to make a living. So that's, whoa, don't hit the cup. That's part of the reason why I started doing the YouTube thing. Is it all about the money for me? No, it's not. And in fact, last time I looked yesterday, I was at 195 views, I think it is. Before I can make any kind of money off YouTube, I gotta have 10,000 views at least. So yeah, we're a long way from making any kind of money off y'all watching me. Stop. But I'm gonna try it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not the most consistent that I need to be at it. Mainly because, one, of trying to figure that out and having good days and bad days and I'm trying to become more consistent with getting videos out for y'all. I do feel like I'm letting everybody down by not getting videos out when I should. Yeah, I know I'm a small YouTuber with 12 subs right now. But I do. I generally feel bad about not being able to get the videos out that I think I should. Part of it is I'm on medicine right now that's really acting funky in a way it shouldn't be acting with me. And last 3 days my head's felt like I've been in a fish bowl and having migraines constant. So as I end this, I apologize, guys. I'm not doing what I should be doing for the YouTube. I apologize. I will try to be doing better. We're going to pause it real quick. And actually, you know what? Let's pause it. And we'll go to our garage. There she is. Looking all pretty. Move me over here. No, I like to look at it. Well, that'll work. But yeah, I apologize, guys. We'll be trying to do better here as much as I can and try to get more videos out to y'all. I've been doing a lot of FS18. I say a lot. I think I got 3 videos out on it right now. And this has been kind of sitting on the back burner, and I figured for today and my rant and all that, figured this would be a good video for that. But guys, like always, I appreciate y'all. If you lasted this long, I'm amazed, but I appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, let me know you were here. If you kind of like what you see, now granted, this won't be in every video kind of deal. It's kind of a one-off, I think. But hit the subscribe button, and that, if you do, don't forget to hit that little notification bell beside it. And I'm going to try to have links to a couple of the other videos up here. And the subscribe and the like button's down here. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.